Are you ready to escape some adult responsibility and play like a child with kawaii? I'm Elaine. I'm a jewelry designer here at Fire Mountain Gems and Beads. Join me today while I show you how to make some gingerbread man kawaii Christmas cookie earrings.
Get our email newsletter for beading news, sale announcements, new product announcements, and more. Link is in the description below.
Kawaii has been real trendy and strong in Japan, but it's made its way around the world. Have you ever heard of kawaii? Kawaii translates to either cute, adorable, or lovable in Japanese. The core elements you'll find in kawaii are round, soft edges, childlike features, like large eyes with small nose and mouth. It has been not only seen in polymer clay, but also in fashion and products like makeup and stationery, toys and books. Characters like Hello Kitty represent the kawaii style. All the materials you'll need to make this pair of earrings and the ones you see are in the description box below. So let's get started. So I'm going to go over the materials you'll need to make the gingerbread earring. I have some glass beads here, some micro beads, some ear wires, jump rings, eye pin, and I have a free little clip art of a gingerbread man that I cut out. I have some various colors of polymer clay for the dough and for the buttons and for the eyes and nose and mouth. Okay, so for the dough, I'm going to go ahead and place the clay, and I have these wonderful slats that we sell, and they come in a package of different sizes. I'm going to be using the 2mm, and what you do is just put it up against your clay, and then you use your acrylic roller, and you just roll, and it comes out to the thickness that you want without have to using a pasta roller if you don't have it handy. Now I'm going to take my little gingerbread man, and I'm going to just put him down in the center there. And I have a little craft knife that I'm going to use. And I'm going to just slowly start cutting around and cutting the shape out. And don't worry so much about the jagged edges because we're going to clean him up as we get him out of there. We just want some nice cuts here. Yeah, there you go. And then you're going to actually do two for a pair, but I'm going to just show you the one right now. And then we have a little piece of here. And like I said, there's a little bit here, but don't worry. We're going to clean him up. Okay. So I have a little tile here, and what I want to tell you about this tile is really, really cool. It's just basically part of a tile that's, for floor or shower that I got at a home store, and I took the backing off, so you'll get a lot of bang for your buck, because a lot of them come on like a 12 by 12 or 16 by 16. So I'm going to place him on there. And the reason why I like this tile is he actually sticks on there, but now I can angle him in all directions and he's not going to fall off. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little clay tool here, and I'm just going to clean his edges up a little bit, and don't worry about using fingerprints right now if you're using your hands, because we're going to actually add texture to him. Okay. And we're just going to clean him up a little bit, make sure he's the way you want, and then shape him, get those edges nice and clean. And then I'm going to show you how to use texture. Good old toothbrush, but don't use the one that you use for your teeth, okay? Use a dedicated one. And then you're just going to tap, and we're going to put some texture on the cookie. And again, take your time with it. And then keep going until you get the desired look. I'm going to show you a different trick though too, because as you can see, this toothbrush, it's hard to get into the sides, especially in the nooks and crannies right there by his arm. So I'm going to show you a trick with a toothpick. If you just break the end off of a toothpick like that, and then I turn him over, just the end of the toothpick, now I can get in and put texture in those really tight spots. So I'm going to go around and texture all the sides, and I'm going to finish him up on the side, on the top of the surface with the toothbrush, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just about there. I think I am happy with the way he looks. So I'm going to now start decorating him. Okay, so I went ahead and pre-made all these little decorations. As you can see, Some of them are quite tiny, but be patient. You know, it's just a practice. There's plenty of clay. Just work it to the desired size that you want, okay? So I'm going to put this down, and what I have is a little bit of liquid Sculpey, the clear transparent, and I'm just going to put a little bit down on my tray here, on my glass, because I don't want to use too much because we don't want them to soak. So I'm going to take just my finger, and I'm going to just lightly tap over him. I don't want a heavy coat. I just want my little decorations to stick without them going all over the place. Okay? Just about like that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place my little buttons on. There we go. And here we go. And actually, I think we go. And one more. Oh, it stuck in my finger, but that's okay. And we just want to tap it down just a little bit. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is his eyes. So I have two of these little black eyes here. Okay, and I want to just kind of place it right about there. Make sure it's kind of center. And I want them just a little bit to be a little bit flat. So I'm going to take the end of my awl here and just kind of tap it. There we go. Just so I don't want it to move. Now I got to put just the little tiny eyeballs that are in there. And I am going to just tap just a little bit more liquid polymer onto the black just so I can make sure my little white pieces of his eye don't move. And like I said, just be patient. Nothing's baked or permanent yet. So you can just kind of play and make sure you get them where you want them. Okay. And now next is the mouth. Now, this is the thing about the kawaii, is they have really small mouths. It's not really exaggerated too much. So we're going to place that down, and just with my little craft knife, I'm just turning it up just a bit just so it smiles. And then now we have our little cheeks. I'm just going to tap that really quick so that way it has a little bit of flat. And just use the tip of my knife. And just move it. Oops. Come on. I'm going to stick there. And then I'm going to take the other one, flatten that a little bit. Let's see if I could put it on there with. There we go. Yep. And you can see one of my eyeballs fell off there, so I'm going to keep it there. Okay, so now I'm going to add some frosting using liquid polymer clay. So the first liquid polymer clay I used was translucent clear. This one is white, and it's going to stay white after it's baked. So I'm going to go ahead and just squeeze a little out here. And then I'm going to start decorating. I'm just using a toothpick. And just get a little bit on. And just slowly just draw a line. So I'm going to go ahead and frost him, finish him up, put a hole in the top of his head using a toothpick or an awl for the jump ring for the earring. And then we're going to bake him according to the manufacturer's instructions. I'm going to finish him up and we'll be right back. All right, while my other cookie's bake in the oven, I have one already done so I can show you how I made the ear wire attachment. I have a little bit of a drop here that I made, and it's just a glass bead with an eye pin, and I closed it with a simple loop. We're going to put that on the ear wire. All right, so I have the ear wire in a drop, and I'm going to go ahead and attach it to my little guy. Here's a jump ring that I also opened up. And you have to kind of open up him a little wide because he's got to fit right through that hole and go through all that polymer clay. So I'm going to make sure. And it takes just a little bit of effort because you want to get it all through that clay, right? There we go. And then I'm just going to put him on there. Take my other pliers and we're going to hold him gently and close. And there's our earring. How cute are these? Now you can bring kawaii into your next creative design. And if you know me, I already have. Be sure to tag us if you've made something in kawaii. We'd love to see it. Also remember to like, share, and subscribe, and sign up for our email newsletter. Until next time, we'll see you soon.